NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. First down, Fitzpatrick. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Drops it to Jones in the flat, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Fitzpatrick. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. The Bears and Bucs, you might recall, met in Tampa Week 2 of last year, which was actually the first game for the Buccaneers after Hurricane Irma washed out their opener with Miami. And it was the Bucs who beat Mike Glennon in that game 26-9. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, Fitzpatrick. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Well, you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. And the throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pick up there of 20 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to it. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. The first carry here for Jaquiz Rodgers. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Trubisky with the give to Howard. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackle made by Justin Evans.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Trubisky on first down. He leaves this one for Howard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Chris Conte, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey! Move 45! Move 45!
Throwing again here, Fitzpatrick on second and 10. Now Fitzpatrick hit, it's out. He lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Chicago first down. The former Jag, Allen Robinson, on the catch from Trubisky.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage.
Hey, 18.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's brought down. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They go play action with Trubisky. Now he'll escape to his right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey adds the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, it's Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Move 45! Move 45! Force!
They'll try to throw here, Fitzpatrick. And he finds Howard complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Fitzpatrick. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They run with Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations.
Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Third and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something There's nothing available there for him.
And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Lock in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Jackson. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. And this is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Fitzpatrick now. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Trubisky to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a good game. A good pickup there at 22. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break.
Gotta go.
They go play action here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. 2nd down, looking to throw, Fitzpatrick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears will extend their lead. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Aaron Lynch able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And the pressure gets to him again. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. It's the Dolphins that have jumped out to the early lead against the Patriots. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Howard. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They go with Howard again. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Trubisky to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vinny Curry. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Noah Spence in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for the Bears on 3rd. And even 40 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. He completes this into the hands of Miller, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
It felt like Mitchell Trubisky, the quarterback for the Bears, was in the draft room with his general manager, because picking up this pass catcher from Memphis, Anthony Miller, made to order for a young quarterback. A nice slot who can make plays like we just saw.
He is fun to watch. Went from being a walk-on at Memphis to completely rewriting the record books out wide. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Howard. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. play fake here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On second down, Fitzpatrick again. And break, the tight end's got it. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. That's complete right around the 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
You see it? Undercrush. Lock in.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
You see it? Red, up.
Trubisky will throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. This quarterback now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's 1st and 10. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Set. Move 45. Move 45.
Second down, Fitzpatrick. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Now Fitzpatrick. They're trying to set up the screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now Trubisky to throw on second. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Trubisky now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky looking deep for Gabriel. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. Turn to the power game to try to get in. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Parkey with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
There's been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
4 down.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Going up top for Miller. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 39 that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Fitzpatrick. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Bucks on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw, Fitzpatrick. He's got Evans. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now they try the right side here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vinny Curry in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucks now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Jonathan Bullard in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Third and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Fielded at about the 28. He takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Meanwhile, in Foxborough, there in the fourth quarter, the Dolphins continuing to add on. They are really rolling. A win would be their first of the young season. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle made by Chris Conte.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Trubisky going to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for Chicago, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll drop down to 1-3. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in